Think about how's it going, everyone? Back with another stream today. Um, going to be playing some Gruul again. I think I've been playing Gruul for since companions have been printed. I'm gonna play something a little different, but first I'm gonna go over the list that I trophied with yesterday because that's the list that I just currently recommend. Just I don't think there's anything too special about it. The only thing is I don't run pillage. I think I'm just against pillage. Um, as a card in this archetype. I think big mana is on the decline, and I treat the deck as more of like a mid-range deck more than anything. So having a card that does give you free wins, but more often than not, it's just like a dead card. It doesn't impact the board as much. So I'd rather just have other cards that do more, I guess. Um, so I think the only little thing that differs is no pillages, and then I have a Keswick Wolfrun as my 21st land. When you don't have a Blood Moon in play, Keswick Wolfrun um, takes over the game. But other than that, I'm going to be trying something a little different compared to the list that I trophied yesterday. I'm doing something special for a guy named Zarukai in the Ponza Discord. He wants me to try some Wheel of Sun and Moon, so I'm going to be testing that out. I normally have relics, but I have 2 wheels, and then I normally have 2 genres, but going to be trying a questing beast. So trying a 1-1 split. So nothing too much, not that big of a change from my other list. I mean, at least the main deck is just 1-1 split here, and then just swapping the yard hate. I really like the sideboard. I'm currently on a 2-2 Magus Blood Moon main split with a 5th moon effect on the board. I think that's just better. I see a lot of people on 4 Maguses, and I think there's still a lot of bolts in the meta, and just Magus is just pretty easy to deal with, and I like just having actual Blood Moon. I actually, if anything, want to lean towards 3 Blood Moon, 1 Magus. Or, yeah, 3 Blood, 1 Magus with the 4th actual Blood Moon on the board still. Just so I could have more of that effect. Like, I want 5 Blood Moon effects on the 75 because I am not on Pillage, so I want that effect against big mana when I do get paired against it. But I don't want too many actual Blood Moons, because I actually like having this be able to attack. Having drawing multiple just doesn't feel that great. But other than that, let's give this a whirl. Let's do Monitor League. This is actually a new setup for me. My girlfriend got me a second monitor, so it should be easier for me to coordinate this. So if I'm looking to the side, that's the reason why. Did I not do this? Okay. So yeah, hopefully all are doing good. Everyone's safe and healthy through all this COVID. I know a lot of things are opening up, restaurants and such, so I just want to make sure you guys are all staying safe. His hand is pretty good, to say the least. So on the play, I like leading with our Elf with these kind of hands. On the draw, I like leading with Sprawl, because on the play, if our Elf gets bolted, it's not that big of a deal. We can just go double Sprawl and we're okay. And we're not too far behind. You can even cast a Scavenging Ooze on turn 2 still. But on the draw, if our Elf gets bolted, I feel like then that hand gets a little too slow. So that's kind of the thought process there. That's not Absan. Who said? Uh-oh, am I against Shadow? That's not good. Shadow is actually kind of... I don't know if it's like slightly unfavorable for this deck. Ooh. Black, white. Is Absan? You just Absan yourself? Okay. Okay. So here I'm going to fetch a Stomping Ground and just double Sprawl on this forest. I could also play Scavenging Ooze. Which I think that's what I'm going to do. It just becomes more mana efficient. So I could either have access to 5 mana on turn 3 next turn, if I play the Sprawl, or I can go Sprawl, Spyro. I think I just like playing on my hand. My opponent is on Abzan. I feel like I'm a traitor now. Well, I'm glad I played the Scoos now. Taking the Spyro, it's fine. I forgot to change my my stream name. My bad. My bad. Let me change that for a second. My bad. I could do that in a second. Let me put a Sprawl in red and pass the turn. My bad. I always forget to change the channel name whenever I like stream something different. Ooh, that's a good draw. Yep, that's a big shadow. That's unfortunate. How do I know, that is very false advertisement, if anything. Which is really, really funny. It's like, actually, it's not. Hopefully that is just in time. Abzan Death Shadow is cute. I definitely want to see what my opponent is cooking it up if my opponent is just playing straight Abzan. If he splashes blue or something, I'd be less excited about it. I guess I could kill Death Shadow here, which is good for us. Or no red would be good for us too, because then he can't transball over our little elemental tokens either. So being able to kill up Death Shadow is pretty clutch. It's pretty difficult in our deck. Certainly, I posted a few times with the deck. Just to brew once in a while. Chance new cards. That's fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can't attack here. I have a soft spot for Abzan in my heart, obviously for people who are new to my stream. Any reason to play Abzan is a good reason to me. Ooh, no attack. Okay. So that's a side of weakness, because our opponent obviously doesn't have... Gosh, we need some help here. If I had Tracker, I would hold these lands, but there's no point in bluffing anything. Yeah, just gonna hang tight. We have a lot of good draws, we just need to draw them. I mean, Cloth is just would be pretty good. Lorebringer would be pretty clutch. Unless they have trophy. I don't know. I feel like the shadow decks don't really run trophy. But I could be wrong. I mean, they could. I feel like they don't want anything that gives opponent resources. They could have path too. I don't know what else white is for. I mean, opponent had 5 cards in hand and didn't cast anything. My opponent also could just have a bunch of like whatever the 4th color is. If it's whether it's blue or red, it could be both. Could just have stuck with a bunch of cards like that, or it could be like Lingering Souls. If my hand is like, okay. Kind of want to hold that. Third bolt is decent, I guess. I mean, my opponent literally is just like didn't cast anything the last 2 turns, which is kind of concerning. Yeah, I approve your choice of basics. Thank you, I really appreciate it. This is actually the basics I use in real life. I started playing in Odyssey. If that shows you how old I am. But I started playing Odyssey, so these are like, when I think of like a forest or like a mountain or a plains or whatever, like I think of these arts because this is how I was introduced to the game. Like just like a beautiful forest, an actual mountain. So when I see like other planes have it, like they're pretty cool. Like I love the Ravnica theme basics. Those are just like, I love the flavor behind it. But I always go back to like these arts because they're beautiful. Nice. Do you use this specific art, or do you like use actual Odyssey basics too? Glorybringer, please. So we have. Ooh. Okay. Do it. Okay. So that gives us a lot of outs here, because now we can go wide and probably could take 4. So Stomp is still an out. Is actually an out too. Or it could just be another land. That's fine too. So we try to go wide. Opponent goes to 4. Can't really go wide there. I think I'm just gonna hold both these lands. I could have offered the trade of Bloodbraid of Elemental and block the Goyf, but I don't think that's a winning line. I'd rather just play to win than play to just kind of like, I want the game to end too. Uh-oh. The opponent draws Lingering Souls now. That's not good. That's cool. I was debating between this mountain and like I have most of this deck rented, so I don't choose to have this Wooded Foothills. The actual Wooded Foothills I have are the OG ones. I rented half the deck. But it's between like this mountain and this mountain. I've been going back and forth. But like the point is, the Odyssey basics are just absolutely sweet. Modern Elves, though, that's kind of, I feel like that deck has quickly fallen out of favor, unfortunately. I think just the power creep of the rest of the format kind of kicked that deck out. Like that deck has just like been nowhere to be seen, which is really unfortunate. I think it's a cool deck to have in the meta. That my opponent drawing an actual basic hurts us too, because now we can't really go wide. Do I block here? What does Selesnya Charm do? Selesnya Charm's like +3/+3 or +2/+2? +2/+2. Okay, 9. So my opponent goes like straight with. I think I can't block here. I think I have to play to win. Okay. That Lingering Souls, got it. Understood. So now I need Oh yeah, Blast Zone is, yeah, that's true. The L's, I guess that's true. Like Ren 6 really did kill every like one toughness base deck, which L's obviously applies. Man, we drew blank blank blank, which is really unfortunate for us. We're not dead yet, though. This is all my opponent has. We're not dead yet. My opponent could also have, because we could still have Bolt. My opponent played a Fletch land and cracked it. We had about to stop, but now we are pretty dead. We could go Spyro. Spyro would be a good draw because we could. Okay, that's unfortunate too. So the bubble targeting us. So I have a feeling that means our opponent makes me feel like I don't have a bolt on top if they're just pushing the elf. Them not attacking with the Goyf and the Death Shadow is interesting. No, so they just know we're dead. Spyro? Spyro? Bolt? Spin the wheel, huh? So I guess we just play the land, and then if we draw Spyro or hit a Spyro with the Bolt, we can. So I think we just have to cross our fingers. Bolt? A little too late for that. So yeah, so my opponent just attacked with the Flyers were pretty dead. That's unfortunate. We just hit a pocket of like 3 lands and that just killed us. So we bring in the wheels here, but not the cages. We could board in the Angers just for souls, but it seems loose because it doesn't kill the actual threats that we're scared of. So it's just Abs and Death Shadow with like lingering souls. There was also a line earlier where I ended up killing the Death Shadow instead of just bolting face. I think that was the correct line. Because we would have just died to the Shadow there. Yeah, I can see Bella coming in too. Especially against like the discard if they have Liliana. It makes sense. I'm just thinking like what to board out. I can see like shaving like 2 bolts or something. Because like the bolts actually don't kill anything. So I go like bolts and then like maybe like trim a Magus because it dies to push. Which is kind of, because we can easily blood lock them out too. So I think I like keeping, like I think I might like cut the Maguses and then like bring in 1 Blood Moon and just go like that, so then we're not like susceptible. I could also just see like shaving a Bone Crusher Giant for like, since it doesn't actually kill anything either, like I said. So like pretty much instead of doing a 2-2 split, we do like a 3-1. I can see arguments like this too, but I still need 1 more cut. So maybe it could just be like just the 3rd Magus, just go like this and just go 3 Blood Moon. I can see arguments like this too. So Give me 1 sec. I'm actually gonna look up his list. I'm just curious on, like, I'm not looking to, like, I assume that's what it is, but I just want to see. I'm kind of curious what his deck looked like, because I was actually kind of interested in Abs in the Shadow. I just feel like losing TBR is kind of shitty. I mean, equally if I color, I'm just trying to find, like, absent. Here you go. Viral Street Wraith, interesting. Interesting combination. So if we go, I think that's a match where I missed relics because, like, Tarmogoyf is actually kind of a big deal. Sweet hand, turn to a Blood Moon. I'm gonna fetch Forest here. What is the Epiphany, buddy? So the tip here is, if you're new to the deck, is if you have Forest and a fetch, you want to make sure to actually fetch with the Forest, assuming you have another red source in hand, because that way you can have double green sources through Blood Moon. My opponent can also just Blood Moon us, which is unfortunate. Or discard our Blood Moon, which is fine, because I think we just wheel here, and then they can't get Delirium ever. I don't like Blast Zone, because if it tries to hit 1-drops, we it destroys all of our dorks, and then it destroys all of our dorks, and sprawls, and that seems kind of loose. I think I like Keswick Rollfront just because it fits more of style of the deck too, where you're just trying to kill your opponent versus like trying to draw it out. And opponent has a 4/5 goes through a Wheel of Sun and Moon, and this is why I kind of like relics here. Because we turn off Traverse, but I'm gonna play this Elf and then Spyro here. It's a good cards, but can't kill a 4/5 Goyf. Could be. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I definitely think it's a card worth testing. I personally just think that I would rather have Keswick Rollfront. Because like Keswick Rollfront just like instead of worrying about what your opponent's doing, it just makes my Arbor Elves lethal. So I think I just like that more. But that being said, like I think you should test it. I think it's worth testing for sure. So we have access to 6 mana next turn. We can go Chandra 2/4. So if I draw a land, I could go Chandra and Glorybringer. Kind of cool. That'd be a sweet turn. My opponent plays Lingering Souls. That'd be unfortunate. Uh-oh. Oh my. It's a big boy. Maybe I should have gotten a Forest with that search. Second plus. I'm trying to figure out if I actually want to play the Chandra plus Glorybringer play, because so 6, 7. I think I like just going aggro here. Just like play the Glorybringer and just attack. Opponent takes 7, goes to 8, and the next turn Spyro plus Glorybringer plus Chandra's lethal. I think I just like that play better. Because I don't want to leave my Chandra naked either. Because like if I go Chandra plus make mana, play Glorybringer, attack, Opponent goes to 9. I think I'd rather just Gorebringer and shove. And then Chandra next turn. It just like exposes what how much damage you can do. Hopefully my opponent fetches more. I don't know. My opponent also could have a path here, which would be kind of awkward. But more likely, opponent just probably just a push for like Season Pyromancer maybe. Yeah, I back to what you're saying about the Blast Zone. I think I could see it. I mean, I personally just want Kesarova, and but I'm also biased because it's one of my favorite cards, and it's just single-handedly just wins the game against like control decks, because like every elemental token they just have to deal with. And Blast Zone, if you really are trying to, that's unfortunate. To like build it up, it's gonna take a while. So yeah, but Etron I feel like is a different deck. I feel like Etron does struggle with like these go wide decks, and Etron needs kind of like a sweeper in its colors outside of All Is Dust, and that it can tutor for with Expedition Map. Like Ponzer just running as like a one of is kind of difficult in my opinion. Luris, interesting. But then I think that's just so slow because you have to like play the Blast Zone, tick it up, pop it, bring it back to Ren 6, play it, tick it up, pop it. Like it's, I'm not as optimistic as I am for like playing a deck without Bloodbraid Elf. I think that idea I really like, and I think that's something I'm gonna try next stream. Man, that's a good draw. So 1, 2, stomp, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we can. Yeah, so I'm gonna stomp Chandra plus Spyro. So we're just gonna play it our hand. I think this is a turn where you just need to play our hand. So Abzan has Luris. So I guess I'm assuming that's the card he's trying out, quote unquote. If I draw Bolt, I don't think I want to cast it right now, so I think I'm just gonna draw 2, hold up a. That's a good draw too. I think I want to hold back. I want to keep this Chandra alive. I want to protect myself from 2 Rule Spells. My opponent has double Rule Spell, then my opponent has double Rule Spell. I'm tempted to fetch end of turn here, just so my opponent doesn't have any information on what I have. Sweet. Let me know how your testing goes, because I definitely want to see it. If there's any excuse to run Tracker in this deck, I'm more than down to. And I feel like it's an easy kind of just, oh, I'm just going to run as 22nd land, and just like, there's plenty of 4-drops that we like. We like Chandra, we like Questing Beast. Like, it's easy to find slots that we can just fill. I think the deck has one of the issue of like, there's a lot of cards I do want to run, and not enough slots for it. So, it's just a matter of like, what slot is appropriate for the meta right now. Like, is Chandra better than Questing Beast? And I think I want 2 trackers right now. I don't like every deck I've played. Like I love Tireless Tracker, right? But I don't think any deck should run more than 2. I think it's just a card that you want to top out at 2, unless you're like some really weird like big mana deck and want like 3. Like I wouldn't run 4 because I know someone posted in the Discord like 4 trackers, and I think that's a lot. Especially because like if you have if you have a handful of trackers and no lands, you're kind of like it's just like a 3-mana 3/10 doesn't do anything. Especially in a deck that only has 22 lands, like it seems kind of loose. I mean, I could also just sticking with 20 or 21 and just having all questing beasts and Chandras, which makes sense, but I think I'm biased on 1 trackers. 2-3 trackers, 3rd, one crusher, and QB. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, if we just look at, like, this is Osifo, just take off 4 Glory Ringers. I have a 20-second lands, 2 trackers, and either another Chandra or a questing beast. Easy swap. Okay, fine. Opponent just has it all. So, am I going to 1? Chandra has to go down here. Has to go down. Chandra down. Man, my opponent's Goyf is really big. really big. So now that my opponent's Goyf is lethal, and my opponent can make his Shadow lethal, I'm just gonna fetch now. There's an argument if my opponent didn't grow his Goyf, but at this point I think it's fair to just fetch. That was an interesting draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I Bloodbraid her here and then hold up Spyro tokens. Because I want to see what I hit with the Bloodbraid. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 2, 3, 4. 6, 8, 9, 4. Yeah, I'm going to Bloodbraid here and see what I draw. I could also see if I hit a Spyro, that's unfortunate. But I think if I hit a Spyro, I think I'm actually okay with it, because I can go like Questing Beast plus Bloodbraid Elf. Let me think. If I go Questing Beast, Bloodbraid Elf, I have 3, and I die to 2 removal spells. I think I just got Bloodbraid, and then if I had to Aspire, and that sucks. But I kind of want to like end our turn, make tokens, and then Questing Beast. So I think that's the play I'm going to make. Sorry, just ignore chat. I don't. Yeah, Veil is busted, and that's I agree. I want Veil somewhere in this deck too, especially against all the blue decks. I don't think I want a QB here. Because I kind of want them to attack me. And I can crack back with Bloodbraid Elf. I already hit 2 Spyros. I think I'm just going to Bloodbraid here and see what we hit. If you hit a Spyro, you hit a Spyro, and that sucks. That's actually a pretty good hit. So now our opponent can't cast any spells. Nice. Okay, so this worked out for us. So yeah, so we're just going to pass the turn here. So now we can make tokens, double block, and then is Madcap Experiment viable here? I mean, isn't there's like a Luca Ponzo deck that like searches up Emrakul, but you don't win on the turn, you win the next turn. Where we have a lot of creatures in the deck, so I don't think Madcap Experiment really works. Oh, and is Madcap Experiment the artifact one? I don't remember. I'm thinking of the other one. This is the artifact one, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, if you want to like search Spite Steel, I guess you can try that. Which would be really funny. But I don't know what artifacts we'd run to supplement this. I think the thing about like these like hasty threats is I kind of like holding him until I can see how much damage the opponent is going to take. Oh, I guess so. You'd like to don't change. I think it depends too on. Cool. I think it depends on the meta too, because like if there's like a lot of path decks, which if Bant Snow is the best deck, then I would not feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable playing that type of deck. And this is the line, assuming my opponent doesn't have like Slaughter Pact or like. But this is where like I like holding the questing base, and then my opponent doesn't realize she's going to take 7. So that's why I liked holding the questing beast there, because like questing beast like doesn't like I kind of don't want to trade with the just yet. I want to beat my opponent's face with the questing beast. So we were just drawn hot. So that's -1 points for Realist Thunderman, buddy. I think Relic would have been a lot better there. Luckily, like we did steal the game there, but like Relic would have been infinitely times better in that situation. Them wasting an Assassin Trophy does merit something, a top conversation point, but I think I like being able to shrink my opponent's Goyf and turn off Traverse. So. Okay. I am going to keep EFK's best attention. Yeah, I mean, like I think that's what I mentioned to you earlier. Where like if Neoform wasn't a thing, I would just cut the cage. But Neoform is a thing, and my win rate against Neoform is actually like over like 60 or 70% with this deck. I think I'm like 6 or 7-2 against it. Because of Grafdigger's Cage. Gosh, I wish it was a land. I think I'm going to play the Sprawl. I don't want my elf to get pushed. On the draw, with these accelerants, I like it. With Blood Moon and Wheel of Sun, I think I keep this hand. Am I too greedy for this? You can call me greedy for this, but it's fine. Call me greedy. Oh, the draw? I think that's a fine keep. Don't hate me for this. I think that's a fine keep. Am I gonna get punished for it? Most likely, but I don't think it's a bad keep. Because if I just draw a land here, Blood Moon just ends the game. My opponent's fetching Temple Garden, so I'm assuming they have black land. So if they go Goyf here, it's fine. If they go Goyf, then do we just play the Arbor Elf? Fetching the basic. Playing around Blood Moon, I like it. Oh. Maximum punished. Play the Scoos. They must have path. Hopefully they have path. Lingering Souls. Yes. Should have played the Elf. I got punished. I got punished. I'm like pretty sure they're gonna push my Scoos. That's unfortunate. I think I attack here. Oh man. Mercy. I really want my opponent to have a path. And my opponent's like, I am stuck on one land. I need help, but I can't path my opponent. Yasa. So now I'm going to just hold up trophy for my Blood Moon. It's fair. Trying to think. Kind of want to wheel and Blood Moon, I guess. But it's like, do I fetch Stomach out or do I just fetch a Forest? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like, what I'm trying to think about is like, do I want to fetch with this Windswept Heath, or if I just keep it as a and fetch a Forest, or I just keep it as a mountain? And I think the opportunity cost of my Skoos gaining more value is not as high, so I don't think I need that much green mana. Probably just eat the Street Wraith. I also have the opposite Bailoff in hand, so it's like... So I think I just keep this as a Windswept Heath, because I think I'm on the mountain. Go like this. Play Blood Moon and eat the Street Wraith. Path me. Path me. Path me. My opponent's probably going to path his own Spirit. I wish I had a Bolt in hand. That would have been sweet. So... my opponent attacks with everything. That's kind of risky. I think the most appropriate attack, my opponent just attacks with the Death Shadow. And then I can play Bloodbraid Elf and hold and attack back. That's a good attack. Oh, he had the black mana. Oh, another shadow? That's rough. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opponent goes to 4. Opponent is 9. 10, 12, 13. So we are... if we attack with Glory Ring, we're down the crackback. We could play Bailoff, but that doesn't do anything. If we hit Bloodbraid Elf, what are we trying to hit? Like Spyro tokens? I think as Bloodbraid Elf, try to hit Spyro tokens, I guess. Yeah, I think it's Bloodbraid Elf, try to hit Spyro tokens. Because like this doesn't do anything. We're kind of forced to chump block soon. We could also just try to hit double bolt too. So like spiral into double bolt. Okay. It's not bad. Who are you? I know. I hear it all the time now. Trying to think if do I hit my opponent to 7 or if I just kill a spirit. 7. Because I don't have enough mana to Glorybringer plus Bolt anyway, so I think we just ping a spirit here. And then just chump. Gosh, this is rough. This is rough. Me. I think I just take it. We need all the creatures. We need to find a way to win. And I don't want to chump here. And my opponent has a straight Wraith, and we just okay, that's fine. I think us trading is not like chump blocking isn't a winning game. A winning factor here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think us chumping is not a winning formula. Because if we had Bloodbraid Elf, we would have hit an Arbor Elf. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. You could look at that game and be like, oh, you could have just chumped and lid, but I don't think that's a winning line. I think we needed all of those creatures to crack back and win. Which is just unfortunate, but I think that's just how it rolls. We really needed to hit a spiral there. Just to chump. I think if we had hit spiral with the Bloodbraid Elf, I think we would have won that game. Any atomic games you're going to try in your list? I don't know. I think there's a lot of cards that could be built around that doesn't go in our deck, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, the almost obvious card is this Elder Gargaroth guy, whatever. It just does so much in one card. It's like a mini. It's like, I guess it's not a mini questing beast. It's bigger. It's like a bigger questing beast because like it makes 3/3s or gains life or draws a card. Like the drawing a card is just absolutely absurd. So I don't know if it's good enough because you have to wait a whole turn cycle for it to do anything. That being said, I think that's probably the card that's worth testing the most. The other card that people have been talking about is this Terror of the Peaks. Pretty much it just a crap ton of damage. Promo Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, Promo Scavenging Ooze. That's the card. Against Burn. Dredge. Hopefully we just blow them out. But yeah, the Terror of the Peaks card is the card that could also be worth testing. I mean, they're both 5-drops, so it's like you gotta ask yourself, is it better than Glorybringer? And I don't know the answer to that. I think it's something we just have to test. Sure. So I'm gonna take 5 this turn and then 5 next turn. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have any red spells. Oh, sorry, 2 and then 5. I think we just play the Blood Moon. Yeah, I mean, hopefully. Oh, I was hoping they wouldn't have any red spells, but come on, Sparrow. All right, come on, Goblin God, hit me something good. We just drew 3 lands in a row. Seems good. Oh my god. We're just gonna get 2, 5, 7, 8. So this is going to be a tip that I don't think enough Ponza players have mentioned. If you have a Clothis in play and you have nothing in there you want to eat, make sure to have a mention in your draw step, because it's not going to apply here and I'm just going to die. Oh, Clothis. Okay, so imagine if like I drew a bolt and I want to eat something because there's nothing relevant in the yard. You want to have a ticker in your draw step so that when this goes on the stack, you can kill something. So you want to kill something in your draw step so when this goes on the stack, you can target something. My opponent just decided to just go off. Anger of the Gods and Obstinate of Baloth. Probably could just the moon effects. Probably. I mean, I feel like maybe you want the moon effects on the play and then cut them on the draw. Because I feel like on the draw they don't do anything. So maybe just cut them back and probably just run bolts. Man, we just got ran over that game. Probably has like experiment 1, you're right. I was really hoping that Blood Moon would get there. But this happens when you draw 4 or 5 lands in a row. 2 more cuts. I think want to shave a Glorybringer. And then maybe a Chandra. Chandra might be a little too clunky. It might be fine on the play. Might be fine on the play. Just cut it. My Chandra might be better than Glorybringer. I think it's fine. Golly. I don't think we can go to 5 though. Especially with the interaction in our hand too. Lots of interaction. I think I want to bottom the Skuza because I want to anger. So let's just do that. I mean, I could see keeping the Skuza if you think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna be leaning on hard in this anger. I think that's why. Sure. Land. Sweet. Nope. Oh no! Okay, cool. I was like, I can't undo the mana? That'd be so bad. I would have been so pissed. Ran 6 so good. I need a fetch here. Fetch off the top would be just absolutely absurd. What are you playing here? Seems good. I guess we just play off and bolt this dude. Bolt was a good draw. Thank you, deck. I think we played Blood Moon and then just Anger. Just trying to figure out if I actually want to take 3. Take 3, chump. I could also just like stomp this guy too. If I really wanted to. Because Blood Moon turns off the planes. Well, my opponent definitely has plenty of mountains. That goes without saying. I guess I should have stomped on my main phase. Sure. But I think I just like angering here. Gonna just do this. Hopefully my opponent is out of gas now. That would be ideal. Oh no. I need a land. Please give me a land. I'll gladly make this trade. My opponent has the Blood Rush dude. My opponent has the Blood Rush dude, but we need a block. Sweet. Land? Land. Oh, this is decent. 1, 2, 3, 4. My opponent probably just has a bunch of white spells, hopefully. Goblin Guide. Please reveal land. Please reveal a land. I guess I could just... Oh. I see. I guess I could eat mana with... what did I eat? Seasoned Pyromancer. Kind of want to land. Kind of want a BB. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because if I hit any permanent, my Clothis turns online. Red. I think I just chill here. Nice. Blood Moon doing work. Blood Moon doing work. Land. Ouch. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have another bolt. That'd be unfortunate if he did. They could just save the attack. We need to end the game. That's a fair block. Turn off my Clothis. Luckily I have Sprawl plus Bone Crusher Giant next turn. My opponent has another Target's Command, we're dead anyway. So... Cool. You little 1-2. You got it, buddy. So Blood Moon doing work. Maybe I do want it on the draw still. Sweet. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have Blood Braid off is turns Clothis line anyway. I could go like Sprawl of Giant if I was scared of that, but Sure. Make more 1/1s. Hopefully we could draw Anger again next game. That'd be really sweet. The card that I'm actually most scared of, if we want to talk about M21 spoilers, I don't know if you're still watching the stream, is this card. This 3-mana 5/4 with flying that can block. If it doesn't matter, like it can block with a 5/4 on turn 3. That's the card I'm kind of like, what are you thinking? Like that's a card I'm just like, I don't know what you guys are doing, Wizards. That's kind of sketchy. Oh yeah, the sense looks good to me. It's not pawns. Is that Ponza? Who knows? Curd Ape. I guess I fetch Arbor Elf here. Fetch Force, get Arbor, play Arbor Elf. So I was like thinking, like, do I want to like bolt this Curd Ape? But doesn't matter. Like hopefully my opponent has a bolt for this elf. That'd be sweet. Oh god, sure. Sweet. I kind of want my opponent to play more into this board. I feel like if I don't play anything, my opponent's just not going to cast anything either and just kind of just go off. Because like if I don't play anything, it's like, well, what's my opponent? Obviously, my opponent has an anger. Like I want to pretty much go, hey, like play fucking into my anger, please. Just play out your hand. Just play like mono 1 drops. That might be something I'm gonna have to bolt. Okay. No attack. What the hell is that supposed to mean? How greedy do I want to be here? I guess I do want to be greedy here. I'm gonna attack first. Yeah, I do get punished by a Tarkus command. I think that's worth angering here. I put it not... I always feel like I'm going to tap the wrong land, so I'm just going to do this. The shitty thing about it is our hand is pretty ass now. Like, we need some help. I mean, luckily we do have a leftover removal spell. Ooh, my opponent drew the white source, huh? Oh yeah, we need help now. We need help. We need help, we need help, we need help. That's help. Doesn't matter. I think it's just gonna bolt the 4. Stop it. Oh my god, Utopia Sprawl. Guess we just play Gruul Midrange and then just not attack. Yeah, I think I just want to not attack here. Please whiff. Oh. My opponent probably has a Tarkus command. Just block here. Okay. I'm gonna exert 1. If they draw any haste creature, we're kind of dead anyway. But then this... Oh, crap. Okay, well, I guess I can't think... Oh my god. I hate MGO so much. Nah, that's unfortunate. Oh, I guess it's the line I made. Okay, well... I think I have to hold this back now, because if he draws like that boar, like his haste, I can block it. Actually, that might just be the... I think that is the correct play that I did anyway. Because like this way I don't die to that boar. I think double exert was not... Oh my god, don't be a bolt. Ah, thanks, Farax. Appreciate it, buddy. I'll definitely take a look. Nice. Good record, too. Good to hear, buddy. My opponent's probably gonna hope I misclick, which I definitely did, so that's not a fair... That's a fair, Sweet. Let me take a look at your Listerino here. I assume that Luris was the card you were testing. It's pretty sweet. I guess why am I putting it away? I think I like the list. I don't know if you want more Luris. I was playing some Abzan the other day too, and I was trying a Luris list as well. And it was kind of debating like if I want Lingering Souls or Luris. But the list seems sweet. 18 lands. I don't know if that's stock for like a Death Shadow list. But Faith Shield, yeah. Oh, really? Luris has them. Well, I don't know if it's different now that's part of the main deck, but like Luris as a card was something that like I feel like it's kind of generalizing it, but I feel like whoever played their Luris first is a sign of weakness because you want to exchange all your 1/1s. That's that's naturally drawn in a regular game of Magic, and then you slam and then when you have to kill your opponent's Luris and you still have a Luris in your companion zone, like that just means you're just way ahead of the game. If that makes sense, because at that point your opponent is relying on Luris to keep up in card advantage, and you can just kill their source of card advantage, draw them, and hopefully they're at Hellbent, and you still have a Luris in your command zone, and you just bring it back, and you bring your baubles back, and you just drown your opponent in card advantage. I don't know if that's the same here, but I do like the prospect of Luris with Death Shadow. I haven't tried a Luris with a Death Shadow. I've tried Luris with Hex Drinker, and it isn't that great because Hex Drinker is, I don't think, that well positioned right now. Yeah, I just played on autoplat for Sing Bunker, and that was a mistake. Could have drive. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, I think at that point, I don't play discard, so you just want to hold Luris until you get your 4th mana source, and you just play Luris plus Death Shadow. And like, I literally can't beat that. Oh yeah, if you recur like 2 things against Jund with Luris, I think that's just game. Like, unless your opponent just rips BBE into like something absurd, like I don't think Jund can come back from that. I think Jund is probably already kind of a bad matchup for you. I've noticed that you don't play any Liliana, so maybe you're weak to Liliana, but you do have Lingering Souls, so maybe if you slam Souls before the Liliana, you could be okay there. So it's other than that, like they are like running like 2 push 3 bolts, or like 3 bolts 2 push, so like it's hard for them to kill Death Shadow anyway. Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely think that Liliana Veil is a weak card right now in the meta. I definitely 100% agree, which is really unfortunate because Liliana's like obviously a really cool card. Obviously, like from VGX players, right? Like I love Liliana, but let me move the light. Keep message. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, but yeah, I kind of want to talk more about your Aslan list while I play another match of Magic. But I'll be right back. Well, it was nice playing with you, though. I haven't seen a Absent Death Shadow deck in forever. I don't know. I just feel like Ice Fang Quaddle is just so hard to beat when you're playing Tarmogoyf. I think that's one of the main reasons why I switched to Gruul, a non-Tarmogoyf deck, because, like you said, Liliana is just weak, and Tarmogoyf is just not well positioned in my opinion either. I do think that if you're going to play Tarmogoyf, you do need to play Mishra's Bubbles. You want big boy Goyfs, not little itty bitty Goyfs. You want them to be at least a 5/6 if possible, so don't get. Ooh, on the draw it's pretty bad. Nice hands keep. I'm going to bottom the elf, I think. I want to go sprawl into just curve out. Because it's hard to say, or I guess I could see cutting the questing beast. I think I wanted the threat too. I think I'm just going to cut that, just bottom the elf. God bless for Blood Moon. God bless for 2 Blood Moons. Virals. It's kind of a cute one up, to be honest. Oh, Tron. A line at the top would be absurd because we just have a quick ass clock. I also like how Brawls can just grow its own too. Well, that's unfortunate. Because now my Clothis can't make mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. think I just play Scoos, I guess. Just have a clock, because Clothis isn't going to make mana anytime soon. And it's not going to be turned online anytime soon. I go 40 seconds for shots. I mean, I guess killing a Death Shadow make it bigger, huh? Oh, man. Probably just had to have the Oblivion Stone, too, huh? So now it's a debate where do I want to make mana or kind of want my opponent to pop it now, but I know he's not going to. That's unfortunate. My opponent's not going to pop it now, but hope my opponent makes a mistake. Now we can't play anything, really. Secret Breakage means my opponent is on E-Tron, maybe? Which is not the end of the world. Oh god, this is Ulamog then. Yeah. Oh, Tron. Why? So let's bring in the Oos, Extra Moon, Cinder Vines. I kind of do like the look of this Cresting Beast, though. I don't know. I don't know. Don't question the Ulamog, I guess. I'll shave some number of bolts. Maybe a Bone Crusher. Got this goose. The shit about it though is like it doesn't matter what Ulamog it is, we can't beat any Ulamog, so it doesn't matter. Which is funny that my opponent did play that. He's probably playing that for the memes or anything. Come on, Bloodman. Collector Roof is fine too. What about Force? Go we draw lands, we can Blood Braid. Got him. Got him. No Nattytron. Sweet. No Nattytron. Sun's going down? I hate the lighting in this room. Revealed Urza's Tower with Urza's Tower in place. Sweet. That's what we want to see. Sonic Hero. I guess so. Ultimate flex. I'm trying to see if I want to just play an Elven Bass or play Spyro tokens. I think I want to play the Spyro tokens. Just commit to the board more. Just in the game. Like I'm not gonna I might whiff on a land for the Bubbly Elf, but okay, I can just draw Blue Man. That's good too. Nice. My opponent hand is Garbaggio. Garbaggio. Sweet. Don't even need Blood Moon to beat this deck. Huh. Got the elf anyway. Like it. Sure. Hopefully my opponent has hands like that. My opponent probably kept like a hand with like Forest, Nature's Claim, which is fair. Like I think that's a fair hand to keep against the Blood Moon deck, but then he just literally couldn't do anything else. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else here. Hopefully we can draw it up the same. Opponent does not have Natural Tron. Collector Oof is just so good. I'm gonna mulligan here. Kinda need a mulligan. His hand is bad. Bad against Tron specifically. Sure. Bottom the Bolt. Bottom the Bone Crusher, I think. Man, we're gonna lose the Tron and it's gonna be bad. Ooh, no turn one play. That's good for us. Hopefully my opponent top decks a map here, and that's all they have. That would be absolute gasoline. Okay. Mine. You got it. I'm gonna still play the Oof just in case my opponent has like stars and stuff that just want to crack. Don't want to mess around with that. You got it. Uh-oh. Natty Tron. Come on, Blood Moon, off the top. Off the top. That's unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least my Clothis is online. Hopefully my opponent has no payoff. Man, opponent just had double Sylvan Scrying against my Collector Oof. That's just unfortunate. Hopefully my opponent just has Oblivion Stone in hand. That'd be great. So if my opponent has Karn, not the end of the world. If I have a 1 pip, or I guess he can exile my forest. That'd be pretty bad. Okay. 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 Is this Ensnaring Bridge? Because if it's Ensnaring Bridge, I can still kill the Karn with Oof plus running 6. Sure. Hopefully that's the best my opponent's got. No payoff, no payoff, no payoff, no payoff. Ooh. Okay. Name my Renin 6, huh? It's fine. Cindervines, please. Oh my god. Sure. Blood-Braid Elf into Cindervines. It's a little too slow for that. You're a little too late for that, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're a little too late for that. Sadly. Oh man, this is no bueno. Yeah, I really need a Cindervines off the top. Or Blood-Braid Elf plus Cindervines would be where they go. I mean, yes. I mean, yes. Oh my god. I'm very close to packing it up here. Really needed that Blood Moon. I think that's just a meta call. Me not running Pillage in this deck. I mean, it's just big mana just kind of on the decline, but obviously if you run into it, if you don't have the Blood Moon, it's kind of awful. Sorcerer Spyglass. What is my opponent doing? It's annoying when your opponent plays a deck that can literally just pick a random ability of everything, and they just still win the game. Oh man, that was unfortunate. I got punished for not playing the Sprawl. Like, my opponent is literally just kind of just picking random modes with these abilities. Like, essentially, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, that's game. I would hit another collector, but I guess it's kind of a wash. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. I mean, if Liliana could restart the game. I guess it would be kind of like a current liberated. Well, I appreciate everyone tuning in. I know my streaming schedule is pretty inconsistent, but for those who are hanging out with me, I really appreciate it. You guys are staying safe and healthy, and everything's good. Sounds pretty decent. I can go turn 3 Blood Braid off. Have interaction against the aggro decks too. None of my mana is going to be painful. This is exactly kind of what I could ask for. As much as I could ask for, at least. Snow decks. Any 3-drop would be nice here. Except for that. Just fine. I think we just go Blood Braid Elf into whatever. Excuse me. Opponent could have like remand up, which is why we want this BBE to go ham. Something good, something good, something. I guess we want this threat. I could stomp my opponent's face, but we just have a remand. Remand would just be great value here. Any of these threats could be remanded and I'd be happy. If any of these gets leaked, that'd be kind of sad. Yeah, that's fine. No. And I'm going to play the actual creature half of this just to get a third on the board. I think we could stomp for value, but I'd rather just have board presence here. Ah, just all these lands. Yikes. Definitely miss Veil of Summer in this matchup. We do have a lot of light draws. We're just gonna not draw lands. Drawing kind of poorly tonight, but it's magic for you. Feel the Ruin. Sure. It's probably this Nassif Sultai list, is my guess. God, I hate Uro so much. If you guys know anything about me, is I hate Uro. It just like invalidates every mid-range strategy. Like I need to draw Scoos right now and hope it doesn't get countered, or I'm gonna lose this game to the Uro. Oh gosh. Scoos. Yep, very true. It is very like I think Astrolabe is also a problem for sure. Astrolabe is definitely the enabler in here, and maybe Uro isn't as egregious without it. But I just feel like if you think about every 3-mana card that midrange decks play, Lingering Souls, Liliana of the Veil, Tireless Tracker, the list goes on and on and on. Why are you playing any of those cards when you could be playing Uro? I think that's the argument here, and I think that's just unfortunate because like Uro is just so powerful when it does, in terms of just card advantage and just winning the game single-handedly. So it's just like, yeah, Mystic Sanctuary is like they just need to go ahead and just ban Mystic Sanctuary, Astrolabe, and Uro, and it's like right here, if I don't have a Bolt in the next draw step, I'm essentially dead. Like I can't beat an Uro. Yeah, because Uro is just one of those cards where it's like it's good early and it's good late. And I think that's the issue with like Uro um, and Growth Spiral and Standard. I know a lot of people have been complaining and moaning about Growth Spiral and Uro, and it's kind of the same thing. It's the same thing where it's like you just have these cards that are supposed to be only decently good early, but they're good early and they're really really good late, and it's just the Magic design right now was just I'm just not a fan because I forget who tweeted this, but like you'd have cards that are like Mole Drifter or Baneslayer Angel, and you have a card that is really good value. You know, like you have a Mole Drifter. It could be early on. It's a divination. In the late game, it could be a 5 mana 2/2 flyer that draws 2 cards. Fairly costed, really good, solid card, right? And then you have Baneslayer that wins the game as a 5-drop, as it should be. A 5-drop should just win the game. You shouldn't have a card that does both. You should have a card that's be 3 mana, draws a card, gains you 3 life, and then in the same card escape and comes back. And then at that same token, like if you answer it once, you have to keep killing it. Like I could double bolt it, and then 2 turns later, my opponent just brings it back. And then, which like yeah, Baneslayer Angel is like great, and then you kill it, and then like you kill it forever, right? Unless they can bring it back, of course. But like it's like a card in itself in a vacuum, like you kill it and it's gone forever. It just doesn't make sense to me that that should be possible. Like you shouldn't have a card that's just that does all of that in one card. It's just a mistake all around. Like even without Astrolabe, just the theory and thought process of that card is just fundamentally flawed. And it's like I was actually coming to like I was in a bunch of group chats and like people who talked like I would just vent so much about Earl, but it's just like it just invalidates playing mid range. And there's a reason why like Storm is like half the top 8 of the modern challenge because like it's either you play Bant Snow or some Snow variant or you play Storm. And it's like what that's not the kind of modern you should be playing because like people say oh Jund should be the best deck because like it doesn't homogenize the meta like Jund actually promotes a healthy metagame and Bant Snow does not because Bant Snow is just so oppressive. Yeah, Astrolabe, you could tell it seems like it's something where it might be an honest mistake, but it's just still just too good. Like Astrolabe is the card that I think I'm least having regard for. I think the card I hate the most is probably like Uro, and then Mystic Sanctuary, and then Astrolabe. I think that's the order of my hatred in terms of like modern card design right now. I don't know how you can like look at the card Uro and go, oh okay, that card's fine. Like when you're designing it, like what the hell are you thinking? Like, hold on, my girlfriend's mom is calling me right back. Hello? Hi. Thanks, your mom just called me. Okay. Yeah, she said she's gonna call you back right now. Oh, really? Okay. Sorry about that. I so the line I'm playing right now is I don't want to play into a counter spell, so I'm just gonna actually just use my board presence here. Um, sorry. Um, Yeah, I think it's one of those things where like maybe it's okay if I don't know. Even then, if it's like when it ETBs, it's like come on, dude. Like enter the battlefield and attack trigger is just absurd. Even when it just attacks, like just too. It's too much. Sure. I think I'm gonna run in 6. Or I guess an argument of like choke or run in 6. I think I want choke. That's unfortunate. The card just does too much. Safe to say. I remember like 5 to like I think like 6 or 7 years ago, probably whatever. Like I started playing Modern. I remember everyone was like complaining about how bad blue was and this and that, and it's like there's a reason why Modern is better when blue is bad. Because blue is a color that just does everything when it really shouldn't. Kind of just go all attack here. Probably has a cryptic in hand, so I don't want to play into it. Get the Quaddle here. Gross Goose. Sure. Well, now that we drew the second round of 6, we can play the first one. Kind of bottom. And again, if my opponent just draws an arrow here, then we are pretty dead. I probably just... Oh, no. Oh, push. Okay. So, one unknown card. One unknown card. I could just be really mana efficient and just play questing based. I think it goes back to earlier where like I kind of want to conceal how much damage I have in my hand. My opponent also has a Fatal Push on top. So I think I'm going to attack. Nice. One has a push in hand. Sure. So what did my opponent have? So I think it was just questing beast here, and then kill with Red and 6. Conceal the. My opponent has one unknown. Sweet. I like it. Lucky. Like my opponent just ran out of stuff to do. Kind of just outgrinded them. Like if my opponent doesn't draw a row, we can outgrind them. I think I'm mulligan to 6 that game too. Pretty fortunate for us. I think you just register the same. What's annoying is Graphic Skates also doesn't count stop Mystic Sanctuary, which is kind of annoying. But they're gonna keep on the play. They need like a counter spell for this turn in 6. Okay. I like it. We're just so good at drawing our 1-man accelerants on the draw on the first draw. I kind of want to just play a naked Bonecrusher Giant. Is that so bad to want to play this out as a naked Bonecrusher Giant? Like, I don't want to play into a counter spell. And I feel like getting my Bonecrusher counter, or if it just gets onto the board, is like the best we could do. And if they like leak it, they leak it. They're just like, wait a minute, this card sucks. Like, I'll gladly make that exchange. And then I'm gonna just fetch a mountain here, so my opponent has nothing to field around if my opponent is like trying to get black mana or something. Okay, well, you just have an Astrolabe, that's fine. Double Ren and 6 is pretty decent. I'm gonna get a Bloodbraid Elf here. Let's try to get aggro here. Good hit. Good hit. I like to put Clothis on top, thanks. So now next turn we can go like double Ren and 6 if they have a counter spell. So I have Archmage's Charm. Did I set all my bolts? Then I kept 2. So next turn we can play Clothis and then Blood Moon, I guess. And they still have nothing to fill their own, which is kind of funny. Jace. Okay. That is unfortunate. Because now they just like get infinite cards. I'm gonna fetch an end of turn. Quote unquote thin the deck. They have triple blue now, so they can Cryptic Command if they wanted to. All the colors are online because of the Astrolabe, which is kind of annoying. So next turn we can Spyro and try to kill the Clothis. Tapping with Jace is just the worst, like on the opposing side, just the worst feeling. I mean, this Clothis should do work. It's just like, I just don't know if we could win the game if we can stabilize. We just need to hope my opponent's like top like 7 cards were just bad. Like, especially after the shuffle too. That's a very unfortunate draw. I guess we just take the... Try to just pick at these gusts. One, two, three, four, five, six. So an elf turns on, keeps Clothis on. Because if they somehow can kill the Spyro, I mean if they have like a gust or another gust or something, that'd be annoying. But kill the Jace. Sure. Huh. Is this blood moon really hurting him that bad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it on bottom, I guess. I guess I do want it because it stops Uro. I don't know if I want to threaten ultimate with this guy or if I just want to keep pecking at this Jace. If I can also just field a ruin next turn too. God, I really need to kill this Jace. I think I just start just pecking at this Jace here. This is a tough game. It's a tough game when an opponent can untap with Jace. Luckily, there's nothing for us for them to field ruin again. So, oh god, is it going to be an Uro? No. So here, I think end of turn I'm going to just double fetch and get a... Because we don't want that Blood Moon anymore. Not really, why? This is my... I don't know, like another hour or something. My opponent not having lands in hand is scary. Yeah, we don't want the Blend Wind, so I'm just going to double fetch here. Damn. Well, we just played Glorybringer, I guess. So we just need to hope that we can ultimate, and then we can't even, like, even if we get a Ren Album, we can't even race this guy. I'm gonna concede. That's unfortunate. I guess the point of me streaming was to test out this Wheel of Moon, Sun and Moon. I don't like Wheel of Sun and Moon. I think it's just too slow. Like even against the Euro, it's like alright. Doesn't stop Mystic Sanctuary. Like I guess that stops the loop, but like I'd rather just have a relic. That's just kind of unfortunate. We're kind of we had a lot of awkward draws tonight too, which is kind of annoying. But lost to Tron, Sultai beat that Zoo deck. Lost to Shadow. I don't have any luck streaming Gruul. I think I just need to play a Gruul list that like I like and not test stuff on stream, because it gets kind of annoying where I just play a list that I like off stream and I do really well with it, and then I play on stream, try different stuff, and just I guess it just provides good content in the sense like, oh, I want to see how this card performs or Questing Beast performs or whatever, but it kind of makes it look bad when like I've trophied plenty of times with this deck, and it's just I guess that's trophied once on stream, which kind of makes up for it, but it would be nice just to be able to consistently perform well with this deck on stream, because I actually like the deck a lot. But yep, exactly. Like at least Relic can like it's gonna if at the end of the day it's a mid-range fest, and you already are down cards going to go like playing Blood Moon and like Choke and stuff, so it's like that don't really impact the board. So having more cards that don't impact the board is not a good game plan in my opinion. I also don't think Tracker is where we want to be, because like I think Tracker's in theory good against Snow, but doesn't work out when they just counter it. And Bloodbraid Elf is really good against these counter decks because they can't counter the Cascade spell and Bloodbraid Elf. So I think that's where I stand on. I don't know Zarakai still, but I think that's where I stand with. He kind of thought of an idea of trying a non-Bloodbraid Elf list because like it's really not that great in the meta. And I think I agree with him on paper, but in practice, I think I just want Bloodbraid Elf, because there's a lot of situations where like a Bloodbraid Elf would like win the game. My God, it's not a good way to end the stream. I don't think I get to 4 mana. I think I'm gonna go like this because I want to be able to like interact, and I guess it depends on the matchup, but like I think this just has the higher chance to beating any deck. You have interaction plus a way to recoup card advantage. I can also see Bloodbraid Elf, but I think you want to just be able to rebuild your hand. I also need help. I need to draw lands here. The mirror would be really bad. Oh, it's just Neoform. Great. Oh boy. I need a land, and then I could Spyro and hopefully hit a Blood Moon. And then hope the Blood Moon wins. Sweet. Step 1. Accomplished. Hopefully my opponent just is... Okay. So hopefully my opponent doesn't have a turn 2 kill. Opponent top bottomed. Oh, sweet. Perfect. Bottom. Good. Hopefully keep the Serum Visions on top. No land. Come on, pass the turn. No. Guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try to deal as much damage as possible. So I'm gonna play the Blood Moon. Cool. So this is a plan. Just try to deal as much damage as possible. Next turn I'm going to attack and run in 6 if I get a turn. My opponent can win through this. My opponent can Metamorphose. Sweet. I guess this is slow. So 4, 5, go to 10. The difference between 10 and 9 isn't that much. So I think I'm just gonna Spyro. So the Alistar's Rider plus Metamorphose to win here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sweet. All the burn. All the burn. Alright. Cages are easy. Cindervice might do something. Get the Blood Moon effects in here. Cut the Scoos. Oh, that was a Mulligan to fire too. Kind of want to keep all the hasty things. I could see like cutting Bone Crusher Giants. They don't like do anything. They don't do anything. Like they are a little slow. I could also just like cutting Clothis. I could also see cutting Running 6. Something like that. Like, I never want to cast Renin 6 in this matchup. I want something that has a fast clock, or I either want to kill my opponent or disrupt my opponent. Turn 2 Blooding. I can relax. Hopefully they don't have a turn 2 kill. It's kind of asking a lot. Like, this hand's a lot better on the play, obviously. Opponent mulliganing is good. So I've played the deck surprisingly a decent amount in preparation for the Modern Streamers League. Leyline of Sanctity. Interesting. I don't know why you'd board in Leyline against me. That's That has to be wrong. They're just down a card. Like that, I played this deck a lot in preparation for the Modern Streamers League, and the deck mulligans a lot. The deck is very glass cannony and is like will fold to itself a lot. So they need Metamorphose here. So now we can go Bone Crusher Giant into Glorybringer and then just hope that's fast enough. Hopefully they don't have Metamorphose. Because the other option is they could just they can just combo and just go off, and that would be unfortunate. How's it going, Fluffy? Thanks for the raid, buddy. Appreciate it. The stream's almost over though. This is gonna be the last match, and you know those matches against Neofrungos. But welcome everyone. Hope everyone's having a decent night. Hope you guys are staying safe and hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. I see a blood moon. I will raid Marin. I will do that. I will do that for you. Marin actually plays at the, I don't know if Marin still does, but Marin and I play at Channel Fireball, the same game center, so I actually know Marin personally. Marin would always kick my ass when I was on Azran because Marin would just play some like value town deck and it's just frustrating. I think we have probably like a 50% win rate against each other. But welcome everyone. Really appreciate the raid, Fluffy Wolf. Hope you had a good stream as well. My opponent can combo here because my opponent just slams a Griselbrand. Sweet. As mentioned, I think have like an over 80% win rate against Neoform on this deck. Like, I don't know if it helps that I've piloted the deck before, but like it feels good being that stupid deck. So for those tuning in, I was trying an experiment with Wheel of Sun and Moon in the sideboard, and I think it cost me the match against Absent Shadow, not being able to just clear the graveyard, not being able to shrink the Goyce. I think that's what really cost me. I also kind of flooded pretty hard that game. Lost to Tron with unfortunate draws. Beat aggro, some sort of like evolve aggro deck. Beat Neoform, and lost to Sultai, the Nassif Snow deck. I think it's Sultai. So the list I was testing is just so the Wheel of Sun and Moon over Relics was, I think I'm just gonna go back to the Relics. I do like the questing mix though. I think the questing mix is pretty cute. I do like how it just adds to the aggressive nature of this deck. So I actually trophied with this list on Sunday, I think. So I'm just kind of testing out other slots just to see if there's anything else to play with. But yeah, if you guys want to support my channel, you guys can follow me on Twitch, and you guys can also follow me on Twitter. I mean, that's where I'll post my up-to-date stream times. Other than that, I'm gonna try to find someone to raid. Thanks again for Fluffy for the raid. Really appreciate it. I guess you guys can tune me win a match, which feels good. At least I didn't lose that last match, which things could be worse. Things could be worse. I'm gonna have to watch the stream. I know you wanted to stream Marin. Marin's on Boggles. I'll have you head there. Alright guys, appreciate it. Take it easy guys. Stay safe.